Good morning. Thank you, Harvey. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I am Michelle Gabadia, one of your co-hosts here on Creative Mornings Charlotte. Welcome, 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 welcome. Couple of housekeeping notes before we get started. First of all, smile. Yeah, I got up this morning, okay? Big smiles, everyone. That's one. Definitely put your good old computer or tablet or phone or whatever you're watching this on speaker view so you can easily see who is speaking and taking the floor here at Creative Mornings Charlotte. I'm gonna ask that you mute yourself. Why? Because there's hundreds of us on here and we want to hear who is speaking. But if you are willing, able, and in a safe space, turn your cameras on because we want to see you. We want to see you in your kitchen, in your bedroom, at work, in the sauna, in the Alps, wherever you are, we want to see you. So please do that and use all the cool emoji functions, the reaction buttons. You know, give us an applause, give us a smile, give us a thumbs up, especially as our speakers are presenting, because we want to see that feedback, and use the chat function to go ahead and tell us where you are. I saw Argentina earlier. Okay, we worldwide, baby. We worldwide. We are streaming this live. One day we will be back together again in the same space, but until then, this has been a pretty dope way to do Creative Mornings. Today's theme, release. Inhale the good shit, exhale the bullshit. Okay, release is our theme this morning. And I want you to really meditate on this theme. Think about the things in your life you have had to let go of. You've had to think about differently. You have had to transform things that you had to have released what would have been for something better to come into your space. So again, today's theme is about release and what that does for our creative process, what that does for our mental health, and what that helps with us for moving forward. So that is our theme. We'll be hearing a little bit more about that later. But now, friends, I want to turn it over to my friends, my colleagues in crimes. I like to call them co-conspirators, Mr. Matt Olin.
Good morning, Michelle. How are you doing? We missed you last month.
I know. You know what? I was in a cave. I was in a cave in a very dark hole. It's also called Jamaica. So I was.
Man, everything's gonna be all right.
It was great. But I'm back.
We miss you. It wasn't the same without you. But we're so glad to have you back. And good morning, Daybreak Legends. As Michelle said, I'm Matt Olin. I'm the co-founder of Charlotte is Creative, along with Tim Miner, and one of your friendly hosts here at Creative Mornings Charlotte. And thanks again, Michelle, for your always insightful perspective on this month's theme of release. And another caffeine-fueled thank you to Harvey Cummings for being our sonic wake-up service this morning, getting us dancing with those amazing songs. Be sure to tip him. And folks, we have a manifesto here at Creative Mornings. It's our North Star. There's so much chaos and uncertainty out there. So this morning, I'd love for our friend Hala Z. Khaldun, we call her Hella, right? AKA Hella, to do us the honor of reading our manifesto aloud for us all to hear. First of all, good morning. Hella, how are you doing this morning?
Hi, good morning, everyone. I hope you all have a great, lovely morning with this special positive vibes. I'm very honored to be in this lovely gathering. And plus, I'm very honored and feel overwhelmed to read your manifesto. So I hope you enjoy this minutes with me.
Before you dive in, Hella, I just want to ask you real quick, because I just want to make sure everyone knows who you are. Right? You're a cartoonist who was born and raised in Baghdad. You know, you moved to Charlotte in 2016, and you're following your passion, making your living as an artist. So is there anything else you want our attendees to know this morning, like a project you're up to these days, or how they can follow you?
Well, my name is Hala, as you said before. I'm the owner of Hala Sketches art page. I'm actually a cartoonist, caricaturist. I work a lot of campaigns like raising awareness campaigns with the United Nations, with WHO, with the Human Rights Watch. Currently, I live in Charlotte, and I can say recently I've been exposed to the Charlotte community since I've been here in 5 years almost, but not everyone knows that I'm actually in Charlotte. So thank you for this opportunity.
We're gonna keep changing that. And as I mentioned, we do like to read our manifesto in multiple languages each month as a reminder that Charlotte is a city that's home to people from all over the world. So thank you. Would you do us that honor of reading our manifesto in both English and Arabic this morning?
Of course, the pleasure is mine, and I feel very honored, and thank you so much. So I think I'll read it from my phone because I can't see the sharing screen very well. So I will start with the English version for the English speakers. Everyone is a creative. A creative life requires bravery and action, honesty and hard work. We are here to support you, celebrate with you, and encourage you to make the things you love. We believe in the power of community. We believe in giving a damn. We believe in face-to-face connections, in learning from others, in hugs and high fives. We bring together people who are driven by passion, purpose, confidence. They will inspire one another and inspire change neighborhoods and cities around the world. Everyone is welcome. So I'm very pleased to read that manifesto in Arabic too. I wish if we have any Arabic speakers, attendees in this gathering, but maybe next time we will have. الجميع مبدع. الحياة الإبداعية تتطلب الشجاعة والجرأة، الصدق والعمل الجاد. نحن هنا لنقدم لكم الدعم، نحتفل معكم ونشجعكم لعمل الأشياء التي تحبوها. نحن نؤمن بقوة المجتمع، نحن نؤمن بالعطاء، نؤمن بالتواصل المباشر وجها لوجه والتعلم من الآخرين. نحن نؤمن بالأحضان والتحايا. لقد جلبنا لكم أشخاص يقودهم الشغف والدافع، واثقين بأنهم سيلهم كل منهم الآخر، وأن هذا الإلهام سيغير الأحياء والمدن في جميع أنحاء العالم.
Oh, thank you so much, Hella. That was music to my ears, and it was hella good. We know why you got your nickname.
Yeah, Hella, but it's fine. I like it that way.
Listen, we're so grateful. Thanks again for doing that. That means so much, and thank you for calling Charlotte home.
My pleasure.
We're so grateful you called the Queen City your creative home. All right.
Thank you.
So enjoy the rest of the program, and now it's time for me to bring up my creative partner in crime, Tim Miner, to the Zoom mic. Hello there, Mr. Miner. How are you doing this morning?
Doing great after hearing Hala do the manifesto. I just am thrilled that we were able to share her with everybody today because she's an incredible artist and just a blessing to Charlotte. So we've made so many new friends during even COVID time, and she's one of them, and I just love more people knowing about her and her work. Am I frozen?
No, you're good. You're good.
All right, you were frozen.
You seem good. We're exploring the theme of release this morning, and so before we dive into this other thing that's about to happen, let's just touch on a personal matter. You released your oldest daughter into the world this week.
Oh man, are you trying to make me cry on?
No, I'm trying to bring it home. I'm trying to make it relevant. I'm trying to make the theme relevant.
All right. Yes.
You sent Grace to college.
I'm very proud to say that on Wednesday, my wife Kim and I drove our daughter Grace to school. It's our oldest daughter, and she's a freshman at App State. And really proud that I guess it's like when you heal a wounded bird and you release it back into the wild. Like I thought I would be sad and I would cry that day, but I was really proud because she is capable and ready to take on the world. I'm not sure the world's ready for her, but she's ready for it. And so thank you.
Well, congratulations to you and Kim. And another thing I don't think the world is quite ready for is what's about to happen right now. So, we wouldn't be
By the way,
without...
Mitchell just put in the chat, Tim is going to cry again. Yes, Mitchell, I'm very in touch with emotions. I'm not afraid.
Folks,
I'm a new wave man, my brother. All right.
That's right. Access to your emotions. We wouldn't be here without our sponsors' enduring support, obviously. And we've become known for wanting to sing our praises to them despite our lack of singing ability. Because really, what better to show our love, that we truly care, that we are truly grateful than by assaulting their eardrums.
Yeah, right? On the theme of release, I'm pretty sure that this is the song that will encourage all of them to release themselves from their obligation of supporting us. I also want to add one note while you can't talk. It's Michelle. In future, please don't ever give Matt an opportunity to use his Jamaican accent that he got from Cool Runnings in the 80s. All right, please don't ever give him that opportunity ever again.
Sorry.
That's best. That is best. All right, Steve, let's get
I'm sorry, everyone. When funds are low and life is making us poorly, we can always call sponsors. When we got worries and our future seems blurry, we got pals to call sponsors. Just listening to the music of two goofballs, it ain't pretty. Poor Starroom tries their best to fix and edit these bad ditties. How can we lose? The coffee's much stronger here. Pure intentions, they grind it and we chug it with cheer. We love sponsors. MailChimp and Skillshare are sponsors. No finer folks than our sponsors. Just PayPal or Venmo now. COVID can't stop us, we just jumped into Zoom. Method prudes, nerds are cool. Sponsors. Boingo keeps bouncing and they print it with love. We hope they never stop. Sponsors. Just smell the food that's cooking in Chef Ron's amazing kitchen. 90.7 keeps us smart and Helms is really bitching. FAE rules. The cash is no longer a fear when we are running on fumes. And a wing and a prayer we call sponsors. Where our moolah lives, sponsors. Keeping our bills at bay, sponsors. We're gonna be solvent now. Sponsors. Sponsors.
Okay. I'm kind of glad I just had the piano part this month. Tim,
I'm glad it was short. I'm glad I picked a song that was less than 2 minutes. That's how I feel.
Am I frozen? It seems like I'm frozen right now. Probably frozen
I'm probably. I'm just frozen. Like, I've been encased in carbonite for my sins, I think is what it is.
I feel like that hat is less Petula Clark and more Paula Abdullah Clark. Is it just me?
This is I think we're going to end with you saying Paula Abdullah Clark. I mean, there are jokes and there are jokes. And
these are the jokes, folks.
You played the piano well and you were on top, man. I was the bad singer. You were the good piano player. Then you pull out that joke. We're done, man. That's let's just thank the sponsors and roll this baby.
All right, folks, we love our local sponsors, obviously, because we're willing to do ridiculous stuff like that. We love Method, formerly known as Skookum, WFAE, Charlotte Starroom, Boingo, Pure Intentions Coffee, and the Community Culinary School of Charlotte. Salute to you, Chef Ron. And I also want to take a moment to send some extra love out to our global sponsors, MailChimp and Skillshare. They support the Creative Mornings global community, 223 volunteer-run chapters all around the world. So thank you, MailChimp, Creative Mornings' official global partner for marketing. We are a super fan of MailChimp's new insider community, MailChimp & Co. If you are a freelancer or an agency that helps clients with email marketing and communication, it could be just the right thing for you to look into, right? Joining will allow you to access insider benefits like exclusive tips and training, insider events, first looks at new features, things like that. Take a peek at MailChimp.com/andco. And it's easy and free to sign up there. And thank you to Skillshare, our newest global partner for online learning. Skillshare is an online learning community helping millions take the next step in their creative journey with classes like the one they just recently created with Jonathan Van Ness to help you unlock your most centered and powerful self by creating a self-care playbook. I think I could use one of those. You can take that class and others for free with a 1-week free trial at Skillshare.com. All right, folks, if you've been with us for 70 straight events, because this is our 70th event, can you believe that? 70, the big 70. If you've been with us for invite Charlotte musician to play live for us. And so why would we stop at 70? We wouldn't, we couldn't, we won't. So this morning we're bringing back a fan favorite from long ago. Ladies and gentlemen, here to play a song for us on the Charlotte Starroom Music Stage. Please get your ears ready and get your Venmo tips ready for Charlotte's own Jaron Strom. Good morning, Jaron.
What's up, guys? you started to freeze there for a second. I'm glad I didn't miss that I was coming on, or I would have just been staring blank. But can everybody hear me all right? Everything's good?
Yep, sounds good.
All right. Well, I'm Jaron Strom. I got to perform with Creative Mornings like 70 episodes ago, I guess. And it was a good time. I got to perform live in front of everybody with my guitar when I was first starting to perform around Charlotte. I sing pop and singer-songwriter music, and I'm just glad to be here with you guys. If you want to find some of my music, you can stream my songs on Spotify, iTunes, pretty much everywhere under Jaron Strom, or check out the music videos on YouTube. Also, jaronstrommusic.com if you want to go subscribe to my email list or see upcoming events or information or new songs that I'm releasing. So yeah, I'm Jaron Strom. I'm going to sing a song for you guys called Selfish. It's a song I released last year, and hope you guys like it. Trying to catch my breath when you come on the stage. I see the heads turn left, but you look right at me. You got that fire in your moves when you see the crowd, and now they're watching, but they don't know you're mine. Do you think I'm being selfish? It's the way you get inside my head. I wanna see your good love. In you, like the perfume you always use. You do it good. Oh. You're making me selfish. Else. You're making me selfish. You got that long blonde hair and whip it round and round. You know I like that move when you slide on the ground. I'm jealous of your dress. I guess to feel your legs, and now they're watching, but they don't know you're mine. Do you think I'm being selfish? Get inside my head. You think I'm being selfish? I wanna be surrounding you like the perfume you always use. You do it good. Oh, you're making me selfish. Yeah, I just want you to myself, dancing with nobody else. You're making me selfish. Baby, your love is like a drug, and I'm addicted. Ooh, you take my breath away, and I love the way you look at me. Ooh, I want you to myself, babe. Do you think I'm being selfish? Ooh, it's the way you get inside my head. Ooh, yeah. Do you think I'm being selfish? I wanna be surrounding you like the perfume you always use. You do it good. Oh, yes. Yeah, I just want you to myself, dancing with nobody else. You're making me selfish. You do it good. You're making me selfish. Yeah, come on. Yeah, I just want you to myself, dancing with nobody else. You're making me selfish. Yeah. Thank you guys again. I'm Jaron Strom. That's my song Selfish, which I actually wrote about my wife, Kendall, who's a honeybee cheerleader for the Hornets. And I just wanted to kind of share my experience seeing her perform and look over and find me in the crowd and seeing all the guys and everybody swooning over her, and just how it makes me a little bit selfish. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out my stuff online. Peace, and thanks for letting me join the show today.
Jaron, that was awesome. Thank you so much. Tim, you are up, my man.
Hey, Jaron, hang out for 1 second, man. I just want to say, it's so great to have you back because you were one of the very first musical guests that we ever had. And by the way, everybody, I'm not going to be on camera at the moment because I'm skipping a bit. Well, let's see. The co-host has asked me to share my video. We'll give it a try. But Jaron, when Matt and I first started talking about the chapter, he was like, I want to have live music every time we do this. And I was like, that's insane. We're not going to get any musician to get up this early and play live music. And you were one of the very first to answer the call. I feel like we've grown up with you now that we're 70 events in, and it's just great to have you back and see your career have grown. Can you tell everybody a little bit about where they can see you and what you're up to these days? And then we'd love for you to help us let you continue your journey.
Yeah, as far as stuff coming up, my band is Minutes and Years is releasing a song pretty soon called Grew Up in the Church. So you can check that out on Spotify and everywhere. And I pretty much post all my releases on my Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, which is just under Jaron Strom. As far as shows and live performances, as we know, that's been kind of shut down a lot lately, and it started to come back, and now it's starting to go back down a little bit. But we do have some shows coming up locally in Charlotte pretty soon at like the Gin Mill bar and kind of some events with them. And hopefully if Alive After 5 ever comes back, we usually do that every year. This is kind of in the past, but like 3 or 4 years back, I got to be on The Voice on Blake Shelton's team.
Awesome.
That's kind of a little peak moment in my career since I've performed with you guys last. And that was just incredible, getting to meet him and be on the show for 2 or 3 rounds and, show off my skill and what I love, and one of God's gifts to me to the world finally. So I'm really hoping to continue that into maybe touring or opening for an artist at some point when the world kind of opens back up and releasing new music. So yeah, just keep on the lookout on Jaron Strom on Instagram.com and YouTube and Facebook.
And
And
there's some perks too. You can change up. You can see like people through walls and shit.
I think Harvey is looking at you through a wall, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, Jaron, you are welcome back here anytime. And if we can ever help you, reach out, okay?
Yeah, I appreciate everybody. Y'all have a good rest of the morning. I'll keep watching the show.
All right, man. So now, Matt, it is one of our very favorite times, and it is time to give out hugs, which are helpful, unfettered gifts. I think it is very evident by the fact that we juxtaposed our singing with Jaron that Matt and I, that's really not where our talents lie. But one of the places I think we are talented is to put our efforts towards supporting creatives, to putting them to work, to advocating for them, to believe in them, to share their dream, and to give whatever funds we can. And that is how Hugs started 5 years ago, actually 4 years ago, which was just, we had a little extra money and we decided to give away one $250 micro grant every month at Creative Mornings just to nudge a creative project along. And along the way, with sponsors joining and you guys giving love and support and people applying and corporations coming to the table and individuals donating their services, we have given away over 300 $250 hugs, and that has grown. This month, I'm really excited to say that we have 3 hug grant winners, and they are Pam Imhoff, who you may know as the left-brained artist. And after I'm done talking during this section, I will share all of this in the chat. Pam is going to buy supplies for a mural that she is going to paint at the school where she teaches, First Ward Creative Arts Academy. Pam is amazing. And this just $250 is going to make a huge difference in her life, her career, and also in the lives of the kids and staff that go to that school. Secondly, we're giving one to an artist named Milo. She's going to be hosting an event called Big Hearts for Local Arts. It's a art gallery and pop-up shop located at Street Commerce. And she's going to display underrated brands and talents. And I'll, again, put her information in the chat. Third is Kids That Care. And this is an organization that's going to buy art supplies for a free community art event that they're going to do. And I know $250 doesn't seem like a lot, but it makes huge differences. It shows the creative community that we care. Our community, the people on this Zoom, the people that follow us, we want to model what corporate leaders and what the city and the county should do. And thank God they are following our example. And there are organizations that have been doing it that inspired us to do this as well. I think we are making a difference. And 3 of the companies that have gotten behind this $250 effort are Wells Fargo, Google Fiber, and Noda Brewing. Google Fiber and Noda especially have been with us for 2 years, and they just committed to keep going with us to make these possible. We've also have a new relationship with the Lending Tree Foundation, which has enabled us to expand our Bear Hug program, which is $1,000 hugs, $1,000 to a previous hug recipient to take a project they have and really grow it and do something even bigger and bolder than they did before. And this month, we are very, very proud to announce that we have given a $1,000 Bear Hug, thanks to the Lending Tree Foundation, to Fashion and Compassion. This is an incredible organization just off East Boulevard that works with women who have immigrated to the United States to teach them skills on how to make jewelry, how to make clothing. They retail it at the shop. This is about teaching skills, creating community, and building confidence. It's an incredible program. And again, you can read about that in the chat. 2 more things are that we are blessed to have a relationship with the Mccall Center for Art and Innovation. And next week, we should be announcing which creative is going to take the second 4-month mini residency. They came to us, Mccall, with one of their new studio spaces and said, we want to make this available for free to a hug recipient to work in our space on a project at no cost with access to all of our materials for 4 months. The first is Ebony Lockett. She's on the Zoom right now. She's doing an amazing job on her project. We don't know who the next one is, but I promise you, we'll tell you all about it. And finally, next week, you'll be able to read about this on our Instagram feed. You can apply for a $300 credit. We'll give 1 a month, thanks to the Lending Tree Foundation, to the Charlotte Community Tool Bank. So when you have events and need tools, materials, tables, chairs, all manner of things to build, don't buy it, don't rent it. Go to the Charlotte Community Tool Bank, and you can have an incredible array. That $300 translates to $10,000 in the real world. So thanks to Maureen Kruger and her incredible work, and to the Lending Tree Foundation for making that possible. And I've got one more thing. Well, actually 2 more things. My gosh, I can't even count. I'm an English major. I'm sorry. The first is, if you want to apply for a hug, go to huggrant.com. If you want to donate in any amount, $5, $50, $5 million. I really like the third one the best. You can do so at huggrant.com or reach out to us at hello@charlottescreative, and we will put your money to work in this community. I promise you. Or if you want to, and then the last thing, sorry, I'm like getting tripped up. What can I say? I'm still emotional from Wednesday. We need your leadership. The city of Charlotte needs your leadership. Unless you've been under a rock, you know that arts funding is going through a change right now. And whether you like the way it went down or you don't, there's an opportunity for your voice to be heard on a new board that the city is putting together, and it's a arts and cultural board. This board will do 3 main things according to the city's website. One is to determine the allocation of remaining arts and cultural funding for fiscal 22. This is this large amount of money that the city and private donors have committed. Second is to determine the allocation of that funding in fiscal 2023 and 2024. And the third is to work with a not yet named arts and cultural officer to develop a comprehensive cultural plan. So this is not going to be an easy process, right? It's again, regardless of the side that you are on, this is an opportunity, if you have a heart and a mind for this, to be heard and to help guide the future of this plan. So if you want to do that, the applications are due August 27th. And I will put the link to that in the chat in just a moment. This is a chance. We don't know how it's going to go, but this is a chance to help guide that future and speak your mind about how you think arts and culture need to be funded and supported in the years ahead in Charlotte. All right. I've talked a lot, Matt. I think it's probably time to kick it back to you, don't you?
Actually, I'm going to toss it over to someone way more interesting than me. Back to Michelle Gabadia, because we're doing a new thing now. We're going back to pitches. We're doing 60-second live pitches.
That's smart.
And so, Michelle, this you can handle this. I'm going to slowly back out of the room.
Listen, I love a good 60-second pitch. Maybe you call it an elevator pitch, maybe you just call it a street pitch, but I love when someone just can give me some nugget of information that I can grab and then I can go do something with it. This morning, we got 6 of them for you. I'm very excited to announce these 6 60-second pitches. I want you to put your listening ears on, and I want you to give all your attention to everyone who's about to come before you. 60 seconds is not a lot of time. So this is creative in itself, just letting us know all this information. First up, Jim Dukes from the Charlotte Art League. Give us your 60-second pitch, friend. Unmute.
There. Okay. I'll take less than 60 seconds. Hey, Charlotte Art League is the oldest nonprofit arts center in Charlotte. We're located at the north end of NoDOT, the Sugar Creek Light Rail Station. Please follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Charlotte Art League. Come out tonight to our exhibit opening. It's free. We'll have live music, live painting, and a community art project that you can get your hands dirty on. While you're there, hit me up about to learn about our move this fall to our mind-blowing new space.
Can't wait to see that new space. That sounds like date night tonight. Thank you so much, Jim. Next up is Daniel Billy from Bigfoot Kick. Take it away.
Thank you. I thought the best way to introduce my company was to release a rap song. So here we go. Bigfoot Kick is about searching for passion, inspired by underground rapping, video game scrapping, tiger uppercuts and scorpion whiplashing, rebellious adventures and outdoor backpacking, together in dojo action, worn with graphics and tight captions. It's more than fashion. We link with dope artists, sync on a canvas that's softest, diverse, inclusive, creative juices. We our own bosses, and wins and losses, whatever the cost is. Let's collaborate, get this cake and cop some Porsches. I get it, you're cautious, I understand it, but let me add, we give back to the planet. Every purchase has a purpose to give birds more perches, tigers more lurches, and Bigfoot more space and trees to hide from your searches. Now, marketing says, please don't end this song without saying visit bigfootkick.com. And if you really want to jam, hit us up at Find Bigfoot Kick on the gram. And if you get in buying mode, CLTBFK is the code. So thanks for your time. And oh, that code is for $10 off online. Thank you.
Hot fire in the streets. Thank you so much. And your shirt is so dope. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go cop that merch right now. Next up is Shefali Patel for Festival of India.
Hey everybody, so glad to be here. Thank you for having me. My name is Shefali Patel and I represent the Festival of India, hosted every year. We're back again. We had to sit out last year like everybody else because of COVID. We're gonna be back on September 25th at Gateway Village. It's gonna be a lot of performances, dances, music, food, henna artists, sari draping, turban tying, and near and dear to my heart is the Visual Art Gallery. We have a 64 panel, 8 by 8 pop-up mural that'll come up and come down in one day. So you guys got to come there Saturday, September 25th at Gateway Village for the Festival of India. Thank you.
I just need to know, will there be samosas?
There will be a lot of samosas. Yes, samosas, biryani, you name it, we'll have it. Yep.
I'm in. Thank you so
Great.
much.
And dancing, Michelle. You got to join us to dance as well.
I'm with it. It's one of my favorite things to do. Like drop that beat and I'm here. So let's do it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Next up, we have Trey Mcgriff from Sign Odyssey Film Festival. Trey, was good. Unmute, my guy. Unmute.
Michelle, I could train. Oh, there he goes. He's got it.
No, we don't hear him.
Oh, we'll try to get you back, Trey.
We're having some technical difficulties with Trey. It's all good. Trey, I'm going to circle back to you after I do the last one. Before that, Bay Harris from TAC Gallery. Make sure you tell us what TAC stands for, friend.
Hello, everybody. I'm Bay Harris. Can you hear me good?
We can.
Okay, I'm Bay Harris. I'm part of the TAC crew, which is an acronym for Tough Ass Gallery. We got a gallery in NODA, so go check it out when you get time. But I'm here today to just give some information on this culture cipher that we have coming up on August 21st. It'll be at the Neighborhood Theater. We've got Maria Napier. She's going to be doing a live mural painting. We got a bunch of art vendors who will be showing and selling their art. We got a special performance from the Funky Geezer. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but you know, it's going to be a vibe. You know, myself and my brother Mert's son, we're local hip hop artists, real hip hop. So we'll be bringing the vibes and everything, and got a couple comedians. Like it's really going to be, you know, a dope day. So you know, hope to see some of y'all there. Check us out. You can get tickets on Eventbrite. You can also follow the Tough Ass Crew Instagram page. You can follow my Instagram, OG Bay Harris. Yeah, thanks everybody. You know, thanks for having me.
Man, I love a good vibe now. Thank you for setting it off. It's going to be dope. We're definitely going to check that out. Brad Ritter from the Independent Picture House. Where you at, friend? Give us your 60-second pitch.
Hey, all you movie fans out there. I'm Brad Ritter. I'm the president of the Charlotte Film Society. And the Film Society is going to be celebrating our 40th year next year. So what a way to start it off with opening our own 3-screen art house cinema here in Charlotte. We're calling it the Independent Picture House. And it's going to be on the northern edge of NODA on Raleigh Street. We'll be sharing the same building as Charlotte Art League, which you just heard from Jim Dukes, and I think you'll hear from him again later on. So we're a quarter mile from the Lynx Blue Line Sugar Creek stop and pretty much halfway between Uptown and UNC Charlotte. So we'll be bringing foreign and independent films that you won't see at the megaplexes. We also want to work with local and regional filmmakers and videographers and film festivals and also educational institutions. We want to provide affordable venue space so they can show their craft and their art. Our goal is to create a cinematic hub that Charlotte has never had. So thank you again, and we hope to see you in November when we open.
Fantastic. Thank you, friend. I appreciate all that information. I want to circle back to Trey Mcgriff from Sign Odyssey Film Festival. You there, Trey? We got you working this time, my friend. Trey's giving me the look like, I don't know. Somebody unmute Trey.
Try hitting unmute one more time, Trey. Let's see.
This is like everyone's nightmare on a Zoom call. Like, can y'all see me?
Yeah, no, we can't.
Is my
This
mic...
is like the dream that where you go to school naked or something.
Ooh.
Well, we see his beautiful face, but we can't.
Maybe that was
beautiful
just me.
voice.
Well, we will drop his information in the chat about the Sign Odyssey Film Festival. If we can get it working before Creative Mornings is over at the end, we'll circle back. But thank you so much for all of our pitches. Y'all were amazing. Never say there's nothing to do in Charlotte or nothing to see or nothing to taste, feel, or experience, because these 6 people just gave us exactly what we needed. So please check them out. Go to their Instagram, go to the links that we drop, and we'll see you out there at some of these events, festivals, and workshops.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Michelle, and to all the pitchers. I mean, to your point, as these pitches clearly show, I mean, our city is jam-packed with creatives up to all kinds of awesome things. And yes, we will get Trey, his information out there really through the chat and other means really, really soon. Sorry, the audio didn't work there for you, Trey. You know, here at Creative Mornings, and as well as Tim and I's nonprofit, Charlotte is Creative, we've been working for years to champion and lift up Charlotte's individual creatives and these emerging and grassroots creative nonprofits, connecting them, supporting them, funding them, advocating for them. And so when our peers roll out programs that are aligned with our view of how the Queen City's creative ecosystem should be supported, of course, we are all too happy to amplify those opportunities. And that's why we wanted to share this quick video with you to remind you that it is time to apply for the artist support grants and the cultural vision grants that are provided by the folks over at the ASC. So Steve, if that video is ready, could you please roll that 45-second Video.
Don't miss 2 available opportunities from ASC that provide money and resources to local creative individuals and nonprofit organizations. Artist support grants provide up to $3,000 in direct support to individual artists and artist collectives in Mecklenburg County and the Charlotte region for professional and artistic development. Cultural Vision grants provide up to $10,000 in funding to Mecklenburg County-based creative individuals and nonprofit organizations for cultural projects that build community and increase relevance and innovation. Learn more at artsandscience.org. Apply today.
All right, y'all, get your applications in for those 2 grant opportunities. And Michelle, who do we have next on the docket?
Our fave person in the whole wide world. We have Tori Savage from
Yes.
The Savage Way. She's
All
going
right.
to bestow the bolt of inspiration for this week.
Hi, everyone. Happy August, friends. I am Tori with The Savage Way, and I'm here to give this month's bolt of inspiration. Remember this? We used to have it at live events. Yes. Okay. So if you don't know, we give out every month, thanks to our partners at Ortho Carolina, a bolt of inspiration. And really what we do is give this out to honor just some really awesome creatives in our community doing good things. So little background on The Savage Way. We make moss art in a corporate and residential realm. These are all real plants. They are just preserved, so they have no maintenance. If you want to find out more, at The Savage Way on Instagram, go follow us. Thank you. So for this month's honoree, we are so excited to give this bolt of inspiration to Michaela Binter. So Michaela is a New York native who now calls Charlotte home. She is a true artist that does not fit into any traditional box, which we love. She paints, she draws, collages, shoots photography. Michaela has also done a lot of collaborations recently, the Black Lives Matter mural, the hashtag Beatty Sports Strong project, and the Urban Design Center neighborhood program she's also involved with. So Michaela, you are a true inspiration, and we just love how you're using your art to express your experience also as a Black woman existing in America and the emotions and the important conversations that are arising from your perspective. So thank you. Thank you for being true to yourself and inspiring so many others with your creations. Everyone give it up for Michaela, and thank you guys for having us.
Y'all, this is Tim again. I have to say, if you don't know today who Michaela Binter is, go to the chat, find out how to follow her. This is, by the way, after you follow and check into The Savage Way. But Michaela is one of the most active, incredible, insightful, giving creatives that we have in this city. You know, it's funny. I'm not going to act like old man River, but I'm 47, and I thought I would be moving into the role of mentor at this point. But I find that I feel that I'm getting from so many other people who are younger than I, or look different than I do, or don't have a background like I do, or do things I never would have imagined were possible. And Michaela is one of those. Whenever I'm tired, whenever it seems like the road to championing and working on and supporting Charlotte's creatives is a difficult load to carry, even with partners like the ASC and Charlotte Art League and others, it can be a heavy load. But I look to Michaela and a lot of the folks around her, like Ricky Singh, and I get pumped up. I get energized. Michaela may on the calendar look young, but she is wise, and she is acting every week in this community. She is the perfect synthesis of talent and passion and community awareness. And when I think about the future of this community, I know that it's in good hands with people like Michaela, but then I think I don't have to wait till the future because she's acting right now, along with so many others. So get to know her, support her. She is such an incredible person, and I have no doubt that someday she will be your keynote speaker. But today is not that day. We're going to bring back a face you've already seen, a face from the crowd, my friend Jim Dukes. You know, one of the things that you've probably heard if you come to Creative Mornings, heard me say, is that Matt and I made a promise to each other that we would leave COVID time knowing more creatives than we went in. And one of those people is Jim Dukes. Jim Dukes is the executive director of the Charlotte Art League. He reached out and wanted to work with us on some things. And at that point, when people reached out to you, you have a choice. Do I invest my time in them? Is this somebody that I really want to get to know? I used to say no a lot in my life. I just wanted to move towards whatever I had to do to get through the day. Lately, I've been saying yes. Jim was one of those people. I wanted to get to know him. And the more I've gotten to know him, the deeper my appreciation for him, the inspiration I draw from him, and the wisdom that I get from him has grown. Prior to entering the arts industry, Jim had a very, very different past. And he'll tell you about that, I'm sure. He was an explosive ordnance disposal technician. And that led him to essentially defuse bombs. And that led to injuries and some brain injuries, several brain injuries. And while that may have gotten so many people down, it unlocked something inside of Jim, a passion for art, starting with photography that he did not know before. So that challenge led him to art. And that art led him to see that art has healing powers, that it connects you to other people, but also to yourself and your emotions, and enables you to move past things. That then led him into exhibiting his art. And that exhibitions led him to opportunities to lead arts institutions and to help veterans and to heal and build and champion people. In September of 2020, and I don't know if you're going to get into this, Jim, but I don't want to spoil it, but he had the most backdoor entrance into an executive director role ever at the Charlotte Art League in the middle of COVID. And he had a decision to make whether he was going to trudge forward, shut her down, or just keep the status quo. And the man chose to push and change and engage and have more shows and more diverse creatives and more points of connection than the Charlotte Art League had before. And that also led him to work with a developer to create a new home, a bigger home, one that he's going to share with the Independent Picture House, and help found the base of a new arts district in the NODA area. Jim is a leader. He is a visionary. And to me, more importantly, he's my friend. And now I'm really excited to introduce all of you to someone who is making incredible change in this community, Jim Dukes.
Do you know the sound of a revolver spinning on wood? I will never forget it. I was 16, completing volunteer hours for a church service project, answering calls at Teen Hope Line. I was really good at helping kids with problems, so they allowed me to take calls on the adult line. Ring, ring, ring. Hope Line, I'm listening. That's when I first heard it. No voice, no static, no breathing, just the slow spinning of metal on wood. A table, I envisioned. A ball bearing, maybe? How naive. I'm listening, I say. Minutes pass, spinning metal on wood. You know what sucks? A deep, tired, white male voice asks, speaking through the rasp of years of unfiltered Camels and bottles of Jack. And so began our conversation. Me sitting at a cold office table, staring out a big window into the dark winter night. The adult volunteer sitting in the room with me. The conversation went on. Metal spinning on wood, 1 hour. Hour 2, more conversation. No name, more metal spinning on wood. Hour 3, no name, no address. Definitely suicidal. The metal, now identified as his revolver, spins in contemplation on his dining room table. Hour 4, relief. Some laughter. Progress? Revolver still spinning on the dining room table. Slower now, more deliberate. Hour 4.5, longer pauses in the stories of his tragic life. Revolver spinning slows. Is he tired? Is he relieved? Am I helping? Thanks for listening tonight. It was nice to have someone here with me. No spinning. Bang! Metal hits table. Wheeze, gurgles. Hello? I yell, as if those words could turn back time. Hello? Mr. No Name and No Address, I won't forget you. I hope you found peace. I'm glad I was with you too. So he found his release that night in suicide. I found my release from writing this life-altering event, or from this life-altering event by writing these words 36 years later. See, after years of childhood abuse inside my home and sexual abuse by others, I started drinking hard early in life. It was my release, my escape. Until I got sober in 2016, I was drinking to pass out every night to avoid the nightmares. Then I quit cold turkey and got into therapy to face my demons, which was the hardest thing I'd ever done. Early into therapy, with no learned coping mechanisms yet, I sought the sweet release of suicide to end all the memories flooding back to me. I stayed in inpatient mental health for several months until I got my shit together. It was in therapy that I learned I had a death wish. In 92, after getting my degree in civil engineering, I began working as a defense contractor for the UN Security Commission, as Tim said, disarming bombs and clearing minefields. I was also trained as a combat medic and was trained as a radiological emergency response team leader. It was during these years in Iraq that I was blown up twice. I saved lives and I took them. I also lost dear friends. I had a death wish. My call sign was Macho Bravo, which stood for macho bullshit. By taking on the most dangerous assignments, subconsciously, I hoped I'd die doing something honorable. I didn't get that release. In 2012, I discovered photography and art while recovering from my 5th traumatic brain injury. It ended my 2nd marriage and caused me to move to my childhood home with my mom, which I swore I'd never do as a 40-some-year-old man. I was learning to walk, talk, and read again. I had to determine a new path in life. Was I going to be a man with a disability or a disabled man? For me, those are 2 different life choices. So I chose not to be defined by my blind eye or deaf ear or other disabilities. I started to look for an outlet and realized that I can't sing or dance or play an instrument. So I started taking pictures with my cell phone and began seeing the world through a new lens. This helped release me to discover all the beauty in the world around me instead of all the things that could kill me. It helped with my post-traumatic stress and rewire parts of my brain that were damaged. Well, after a year-long art residency in Columbia, South Carolina, and learning healing art techniques, I became a life raft of sorts, helping others through art. I worked at a retreat center in Columbia, South Carolina for veterans, and I taught a Vietnam veterans couples retreat. And the first day of our workshop, I had planned this amazing 2-hour workshop. And this couple walked in, and he walked to the front and grabbed a canvas and some paint, and she got a magazine and sat down at a table and totally ignored everything I was saying. But he was painting. And so after I got everybody started working, I went and sat down with them and talked. And I looked at his canvas and looked at them, and he's leaning into her and talking, and she's reading a magazine and leaning into him and talking, and found out that they got married the night before he shipped off to Vietnam. And they've been together ever since. I've noticed what he was painting and his eyes met mine. He was painting flowers and plants from memory. And he told me that while he was in Vietnam, he fought in and survived the Battle of Hamburger Hill, which was one of the bloodiest battles of Vietnam, and made a movie out of it. And he looked at me and he said, you know, I've been a welder and a wrench turner my whole life. And this is the first time I've felt peace. And so it was that moment that this veteran found his release, his healing with art. And subsequently, now when he comes to all of our workshops, totally ignores me, grabs his paint and his canvas, and his wife gets a magazine and they sit at the table and they talk, and he paints flowers from memory. And it's a beautiful thing to watch. So my thoughts on creativity. Paint me a landscape? Okay, sure. Paint me the inside of your soul. Expose to me your dark corners, your thoughts, emotions, and vulnerabilities. Then you'll have me. Now, I always encourage creatives to find their why. Buck the system. Forget rules and be driven by what's inside you, your life experiences. I'll leave you with this. I am not a success or a worthy role model. I'm just a guy doing what I feel is right for me and for others. So I found a piece a few years ago, several years ago, when I first started my therapy, written by an unknown author, which sums up my personality, and I hope it may motivate you as well. Why do I succeed? I succeed because I'm willing to do the things you are not. I will fight against the odds. I will sacrifice. I am not shackled by fear, insecurity, or doubt. I feel those emotions, but drink them in and swallow them away to the blackness of hell. I am motivated by accomplishment, not pride. Pride consumes the weak, kills their heart from within. If I fail, I will get up. If I am beaten, I will return. I will never stop getting better. I will never give up, ever. That is why I succeed. Thank you.
Wow, Jim, thank you so much for being with us here this morning, for sharing your story and your perspective on our theme of release, but I think mostly for your inspiring and just really incredible vulnerability. That, to me, is you're modeling that for us, and that is so inspiring. And thank you for everything you're doing for Charlotte's creative community as well, and all you do to heal the world with art. Just amazing. So I'm really glad that you said yes when we asked you to come share. It means a lot. Thank you so much, Jim. Incredible.
Yeah, I don't need to come on screen, but Jim, from the minute that I met you, and I was struck by your humility. But what I want everybody on this call to really, now I'm talking to Matt, what everybody know is about what I've seen in Jim is that he just starts things. You know, oftentimes people will say, I'm not a creative person. How do I get going? And the answer is just to start and to embrace the possibility that it's going to succeed or that it will fail. And that definition of whether it succeeds or fails is up to you. And what I love about Jim is he took an organization that has a long-standing tradition in Charlotte, and he hasn't been afraid to make some changes. You know, it's everything from having so many shows to asking who's not being displayed in the gallery, whose work is not here, what community is not represented, and then he goes after it. He doesn't wait to be asked or to be appointed or to be given the opportunity. He goes for it. And I'll get off my soapbox, but that is what we have here in Charlotte, is so many communities either don't have a creative community or it's calcified by decades and decades of tradition. The paint is wet in this city, guys. We can write the rules. So if you want to dive into something creative, if you want to create a space for people, if you want to see the world and see Charlotte in a new way and give creatives ways to gather, you can do it. And Jim Dukes and what he's doing at the Charlotte Art League with his team are testament to that. And Jim, I would love for you to just take a minute and talk a little bit about what's being created around the Charlotte Art League and the facilities and the partners that you're going to have up there.
Well, we are our area right there at the Sugar Creek station, Raleigh Street and Sugar Creek intersection there. It's a series of warehouses that are being that are sold and being retrofitted for retail, commercial, high-end, just amazing architecture. We're moving in with some amazing partners there at with the Charlotte Film Society, and we're moving a half a block away into a huge facility, which is the hub in developing this plan for the community there. Art is the hub of this community of retail, commercial, office. We have there across the street is a Black Box Theater with 1,000-person music venue. The adjoining property to us is 800 to 1,000 units of multi-family housing. So accessible to the community through mass transit. The Cross City Trail is coming right in front of our property. So we have some amazing collaborative projects in the works within the building. Indoor performance spaces, outdoor performance spaces. We're really embracing every art medium in the community. So making it affordable and accessible and really approachable. I think you said it once really well when you came in to visit our current location, that you felt smart being in our space, that the artwork and the artists that have studios there and display walls, it's approachable and understandable, but yet make a lot of it expression. And we have a lot of veterans in our space. We offer a lot of programming. So within the next 18 months, our little part of North Noda is going to be an amazing, vibrant art community that is helping to shore up other development.
Now, you brought up North Noda Street. I'm going to have to end. Does that mean that the proposed name Nonoda that Matt and I came with, is that still on the table, or is that still?
No.
So
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No.
All right. Well, Jim, as soon as Creative Mornings HQ in Brooklyn gives us the word that we can meet live, we will be there at your new facility. Can't wait. Guys, go tonight to the existing Charlotte Art League to see their incredible show that they've got. Jim, this is not the last. This may be the first, but it's not the last time we're going to hear from you. You're going to be a leader in this community for years to come. So thank you.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Matt.
That's right. So, well, there you have it, folks. And like Tim said, please do go out this evening and check out Charlotte Art League's new show called Landscape. Just amazing work. I chatted about it on WFAE yesterday. This is really going to be a beautiful exhibit. And, see Jim, right, in person, because he's changing the landscape of our creative community. And we're grateful for that. There you have it, folks. This is where we're going to leave you today. We can't wait to see you next month. We're going to be meeting again on September 10th. That's right. We're meeting on the second Friday again. Our schedules are a little off these days. What can I say? Our speakers are going to be Tracy and Josh Adams, the owners of Adams Literary. This is a Charlotte-based agency for authors and illustrators of children's and YA books. And our global theme will be Dare. And you know, Tracy and Josh are a husband and wife team who dared to go out on their own and start their own business, a children's book agency in Charlotte, North Carolina, of all places. And guess what? It became one of the most successful ones out there. So for any of us who ever dared to do anything scary, this one will be one not to miss. September 10th, and we'll send you an email soon to remind you. And until then, I want to thank Harvey Cummings, Rochelle Gabadia, Hala Khaldun, aka Hella, Tori Savage and the Savage Way, and our friends at Ortho Carolina for the Bolt of Inspiration. All of our 60-second pictures. Trey, we're going to get back to you, buddy. Sorry about that audio issue. Our special musical guest, Jaron Strom, and of course, our speaker, our beautiful speaker this morning, Jim Dukes. Thanks again to our sponsors and to our Creative Mornings Charlotte volunteer team, and many thanks to each and every one of you for being with us this morning. Until next month, keep the faith up, keep strong, keep the masks on, get vaxxed up, folks. And Harvey Cummings, can you give us another sonic jolt to launch us into our Fridays and into our weekends? We love y'all. Like I don't care.